Hi everyone and welcome to another Maths Revision with Jov. In today's video we're actually going to be having a go at these 6 problems. These are all to do with indices and they are very simple bottom end questions that you have to get right if you want to tackle indices any further. So the first one involves the same variable, the same unknown but raised to 2 different powers. Now in this scenario, when we multiply the same number to 2 different powers, all we do is we take this same base number and we add the 2 powers. When we multiply 2 different numbers together, we add the powers. So 4 plus 3 is 7. For the next one, it's exactly the same. So we've got t in both of them, and one is raised to 4, one is raised to 6. We're multiplying them, which means we add them. So 4 plus 6 is 10. Now the next one is exactly the same again, third time in a row. So we've got y to 6 times y to minus 2. So we've got y, and then 6 plus minus 2 is 4. Next one's slightly different, but it's the same kind of process. But instead, we've got 4a times 3a, and that's the same as 4 times a times 3 times a. And because multiplying is what we call associative, that means it doesn't matter what way round we do the multiplication. We can do it in any order, and the order I would like to do here is 4 times 3 times a, and that's equal to 12 times a, and here is the same as in all of these examples, which is a to 1 times a to 1, so that would be a to the 2, so simply 12a squared. Great. The next one, very similar to the previous one. We multiply the 2 numbers because in indices, numbers are far more useful than the unknowns. The unknowns are simply just kind of placeholders. But here we can multiply the 2 numbers first. So we get 3 times 2, which is 6. And then we've got x squared and x7. These are being multiplied because everything here is being multiplied. And 2 plus 7 is 9. So we get 6x to the 9. Now the last one is kind of similar to the third one actually. In fact, it is almost identical in that m to the 6 divided by m to the 2 is the same as writing m to the 6 times m to the minus 2 by the laws of indices. When you divide by a power, you are multiplying by the inverse of a power, the negative of a power, if you like, the additive inverse. Hi, this is me while editing the video. I should probably point out what I mean by additive inverse. Okay, so when you're talking about something like real numbers, which is what we are using here, we're using what we call real numbers, more specifically integers, but it doesn't matter. You can not only have multiplicative inverses, which is what you're probably more used to, which is like when you take 1 divided by the number, and what that means is we have a number such that when you multiply it by the number in question, you get 1. So so you've got like x times 1 over x is equal to 1. But you also have additive inverses, which is very similar. It's when you have some, what we call identity element, which is in this case 0, when you add numbers. And what you're saying is you want to find a number such that when you take x plus this other number gives you 0. And it turns out that is minus x. And that's all I mean when I say additive inverse. I'm just talking about the negative of that number. And this is going to be equal to m to the 6 minus 2, which is 4 again. And we are done. And I hope that helps. And make sure you comment any questions you have, because this is a very common subject that people get wrong at GCSE level. Some questions, such as this one, very common to get wrong, to make silly mistakes on. So yeah, do make sure you let me know of any troubles you're having with this sort of stuff. And yeah, that's it.